In the previous module, we explored how to read a positive apparatus and looked at some concrete examples. In this module, we will shift our focus to the structure and logic of the negative apparatus, a different editorial model used to record textual variants. In a negative apparatus, only the readings that differ from the one printed in the main text are recorded, along with the sigla of the witnesses that attest those variants. A key feature of this model is that it does not list the witnesses supporting the adopted reading. Instead, it works by implication. Any witness not mentioned is assumed to agree with the main text, or with the witness immediately preceding it. This editorial strategy makes the apparatus more compact and easier to read, especially when there are many witnesses and most of them support the adopted reading. The negative apparatus is frequently used in schematic or Lachmanian editions, where the primary aim is to identify divergences and map genealogical relationship between the witnesses. However, it requires readers to be familiar with the complete list of sigla used in the edition, because the agreement of any unmentioned witness has to be inferred rather than being visible directly on the page. Let's see how to read a negative apparatus. This is the same example we looked at in the previous module, with the same set of witnesses and sigla. This apparatus entry tells us that at line 12 of the main text, the editor has chosen to print the word note. The variant vote appears after the square bracket, which separates the adopted reading from the variant, and is attested by witnesses A, B, and C. Because the apparatus does not list any witnesses supporting the reading note, it implies that all the other witnesses used in the edition, namely D, F, G, L, O, and P, agree with the adopted reading and therefore do not need to be mentioned explicitly. However, this kind of apparatus also places more interpretative responsibility on the reader, who must recognize what is stated and what is simply implied. As explained in the teaching materials, the negative apparatus relies on a shared understanding between the editor and the reader. If a witness is not mentioned, it agrees with the main text. This model contrasts with the positive apparatus, which lists all attested readings and all the witnesses supporting each one. The positive apparatus prioritizes completeness and transparency, while the negative apparatus prioritizes conciseness and focuses on points of divergence. The choice between these two models depends on the editorial goals. In traditions with relatively few variants and a well-understood stemma, the negative apparatus can be highly effective. But when the editor's aim is to document every stage in the evolution of a text or to capture the full range of authorial revisions, the positive apparatus might be the best choice.